Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Hold on. Okay, I fixed the angle a little bit. I think I'm centered now. Today's video is going to be me getting ready for the day. It is 2:15 p.m., but you know, it's finals week, so I just got out of bed. So I'm gonna be getting out of bed, and I'm also, I'm gonna be getting ready for the day, but I'm also going to be telling some embarrassing stories that I have listed down here. I have tried to film this video like 7 times, and each time I just haven't wanted to. It's gonna be kind of a combination of like a supernatural get ready with me, story time, sit and chat, pop shoulder zits apparently. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Shea Moisture Curl and Style Milk. I use this every day, so this is nothing new at all. How are you guys? How's it going? A lot of my real life friends and family have found this channel, so that's kind of embarrassing and mortifying, but at the same time it's very exciting. I am happy that everybody is liking them and watching them and thinking they're fun, so thanks for that. Speaking of embarrassing, that was such a good segue. We're just gonna get right into it. Okay, so we're gonna start. Got stuff in my freaking mouth. We are going to start in elementary school. I kind of categorize these by like elementary, middle, and high school. So yeah, we're just gonna start at the beginning, which is elementary school. Okay, so first was the 4th grade talent show. It's already going incredible. My school had a really awesome music teacher who was really passionate about letting kids express themselves, and she would hold a talent show to do that, and you could do whatever you want. You could do like stand-up comedy, you could do skits, you could literally do whatever you wanted. And so me and 5 other 4th graders decided we wanted to perform. Like 3 of them were going to be singing, and 3 of them were going to be dancing to Taylor Swift's Mean, like the song Mean. Already kind of a horrible Hi, okay, I'm editing right now. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and this is literally driving me absolutely insane because I say horrible instead of horrible. Like, is that how I talk? That's so annoying. That's so flippin' stupid. That doesn't even make any sense. There's no T. There's no T. God, that's so frustrating. I'm like mad. Decision, right? Because it's kind of like that song is very kind of grown up, and you're 4th graders, so you're not gonna like how are you gonna practice? So the only time we got to practice, mind you, the talent show was at like the end of the school year. The only time we got to practice was our end of the year field trip to a park that's in my town, like a playground park that's in my town. And so we were like, we would practice at recess, sort of, but we didn't have the actual music, so it didn't really work. Like, we never got to actually practice with the music. And if you have ever heard Taylor Swift's Mean, you know a very important fact of that song is that it starts like the second the song like begins to play. Like, she starts singing like the second the song starts playing. So So what that meant for us was that we had to start dancing the second the song started playing. The issue was, the girls who were singing, I was one of the dancers, the girls who were singing decided, nah, like, let's not do that. Why don't we, like, that's not when she starts singing. She starts singing
after 5 counts,
which I knew was incorrect. But, like, I didn't want to be a jerk and be like, no, that's wrong. Like, I was really shy. This was kind of my, like, this was going to be my, like, defining moment of, like, oh my gosh, the shy girl breaking out of her shell, you know? And so I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, like, she doesn't. She definitely starts singing, like, the second the song starts. But I was like, whatever, like, this girl knows what she's doing. And for some reason, she chose a karaoke version. Like, there were so many problems. There were so many problems with this already, prior to, like, actually doing it. I was just kind of, like, going with the flow, you know? I was just kind of like, you know what? I'll take it. Like, I'll do whatever, like, the rest of the girlies are doing. I'll just do it. So we get on stage. We're, like, the first ones on this particular day to, like, perform. And all 6 of us are wearing, like, I think we were wearing red shirts, like, to represent Taylor Swift, you know, or something. Like, she was really into the color red. What were we wearing? I really don't remember. We were wearing white pants. I remember that much. And so I was wearing white pants, and I think I was wearing a red or a blue shirt. And so we were, like, performing. Like, we get up and we're ready, and we have, like, this choreography that we figured out. And I hear the music, and I'm like, I'm sitting there, and how we started, how the dancers started, we weren't facing the audience. We were, like, facing the back of the stage. And so I was sitting there, like, crouching, facing the back of the stage, and I was like, they're supposed to be singing. Like, I know that they're supposed to be singing. But I was just like, no, like, they got it. Like, they have this, you know? This is their time to shine. This is not my place. So I need to, like, back off. So I was just sitting there, and I was like, they'll do good. They'll do great, actually. Like, it'll be totally fine. And lo and behold, it freaking wasn't. Like, they were supposed to be singing, but they weren't. And so then it was, like, really awkward, because now our, like, dance moves didn't match up with anything. So basically, like, long story short, what happened was they waited 5 seconds when they should not have. And so they were definitely supposed to be singing, and they were not. And so we just sat up there for, like, 15 seconds in front of my entire elementary school of 500 people and their parents. And just, it was so embarrassing. Like, I could have cried, but one good thing did come from that. That was the day that I literally decided in my mind, like, you're not gonna be embarrassed anymore. Like, you're gonna do whatever the heck you want, whenever the heck you want, and, like, that's that. Like, you're not embarrassed anymore. Okay, so that kind of that story of, like, performing in front of the whole school and having something go wrong kind of ties into my next story, which is in 5th grade, we did a Jungle Book performance. And I had auditioned for the role of the girl, like, the girl who not falls in love, the girl from the village who is Mowgli's friend. Shanti? Yeah, Shanti. I had auditioned for Shanti or Ka, the snake. Like, you could pick, like, what characters are you auditioning for, and you would just read, like, whatever script. And I remember my mom And one of the boys who was auditioning for Mowgli, like, okay, so the boy who was auditioning for Mowgli, I'll call him Mowgli, I'll just call him Mowgli. So Mowgli's mom and my mom were really good friends. And so my mom and Mowgli's mom decided, like, hey, like, why don't we get together for, like, dinner, and they can practice the scene together, and then they can, like, sign up to read the scene together. Like, just, you know, it'll be easier for us if we were to do it together because we already know each other, you know? And so that's what we decided to do. And he was only auditioning for Mowgli, and I was auditioning for 2 smaller characters. And, like, the next day after we had auditioned, my music teacher, who was, like, in charge of it, came up to me and was like, hey, you did, like, really good on your audition. I think you should be signed up for, like, a bigger character. Like, I think Shanti or Ka are really small characters, and I think you should sign up for one of the bigger characters, and I just wanted to ask you, like, before I did that. And, of course, I was, like, ecstatic, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that would be so fun. And so she did. So she signed me up for, like, saying that I had signed up for Bagheera or Baloo. I think you guys can see where this is going. And so I got the part of Baloo the bear. Which, first of all, little did I know, I literally am Baloo the bear. Like, that was, honestly, even though it was in, like, elementary school, that was, like, really kind of an important moment for me, because it was, like, the moment that I realized that, like, I was this, like, character, I guess. Not, that sounds really weird. But I was, like, a lot more fun and outgoing than I think I had thought I was. So, I mean, that's kind of nice. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. And so, I was now Baloo. And Mowgli, who I had auditioned with, was Mowgli. I mean, he was really good. And so we were Baloo and Mowgli. Now, I don't know if any of you remember, but one of the scenes in the Jungle Book is, like, this intense, like, rap battle thing between King Louie and Baloo. And in our version, like in our elementary school version, there was, why did I just do that? Oh my gosh. There was this part where Baloo would put on, like, a hula skirt, and King Louie, the monkey, would, like, come up and, like, because the whole point of the hula skirt was, like, I'm a monkey, I'm just like you. I'm, like, sneaking in. And so they, like, somebody comes over and, like, takes the hula skirt off. And then they're all like, oh, it's not a monkey, it's a bear. Like that's the point. So I was in this hula skirt tied around my big bear costume. And what happened was, the people that put on the skirt, they had double knotted it, which I don't know why they did that. Like, why would you do that? But they did. And because of that, when it came to the time to take off the skirt, they couldn't, because it was double knot. Like, you can't just take off, like, a double knotted thing, you know? You have to actually, like, take time on that. And so the problem with that was that we were, like, it was timed. Like, they had to get the skirt off by a certain point in the song, or else everything would kind of be, like, off, you know? Like, dances and stuff would be off. And it's a bunch of elementary schoolers. Like, it's a bunch of 4th and 5th graders, so clearly it's gonna be a little bad anyway. And so we were premiering it, like, it was opening night, and they literally just, I mean, they couldn't get it off. And one of the lines in the thing, in the play, was literally they take the skirt off and everything, like the music is like making these noises like everything's falling apart. And I'm supposed to look down and realize that they have taken the hula skirt off, and I'm supposed to say like, uh-oh. And so I did that because that was like in the lines, and I was like, the show must go on. Like even though it messed up, I need to go with like the lines, you know? And everybody thought that I had broke character, like all the parents and stuff had thought that I had broke character. It was very embarrassing only because everyone thought I had broke character, and I was like, no, like that was literally the line. Like that's what I was supposed to say. That was the only reason it was sort of embarrassing, but honestly it didn't even faze me. I wasn't that embarrassed. Next, this one is kind of dumb, but I was telling it to some friends in class, and they told me that I should tell it, so I'll tell it. So Mowgli and I had been friends, the guy who played Mowgli, we had been friends since, like, 1st grade, and this was probably 3rd or 4th grade, I would guess. And my elementary school had a wall ball court, which if you don't know what wall ball is, basically the goal of the game, there's a wall, like literally a brick wall, 2 players and a ball, and the goal is like one player bounces the ball off the wall and then the next player has to come and bounce. Like it's sort of similar to the idea of like table tennis, except you're on the same side and you're hitting it against a wall as opposed to each other. It's a pretty good explanation, good job. And so, Mowgli and his friend Mowgli 2 were both really, really good at wall ball. Like, really good. And so everybody always wanted to try and, like, beat them. Like, everyone was always like, nah, like, I can do it. And, like, you couldn't. Like, they were so good that you could not beat them. They were like the pros. It's like take high school football and like put it in a place with elementary schoolers. Like that's what it was. So it was really intense. And I, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but I was like pretty good. Like I wasn't bad. Like I was, cause again, like I was friends with Mowgli and all of his pals. So like we always played wall ball, you know? Like I wasn't that bad. Like I was pretty good, and I was kind of up there in the rankings, you know. So it was indoor recess. I remember that. So we were in like our undercover like playing area, and I was like, I think it's time that I challenge Mowgli. Like it's inevitable that we like battle it out in wall ball, you know. So I think it's time to, like, publicly declare my challenge to him. And so everyone, like, the wall ball court that, like, Mowgli and all of his friends, which included me, were at, was always, like, full. Like, people were always in line to go up against like, our crew, you know? And so I was like, you know what? Like, I think it's time. Like, I think it is really time for me to, like, show up and show out and, like, prove that I've got what it takes, you know? I told Mowgli, I was like, hey, man, like, let's battle it out. And he was like, okay, like, sounds good. Like, we were friends, so he was kind of just like, okay, yeah, like, of course, we're friends. And so we were, like, battling it out, you know, and I was not gonna lose this. Like, let's just preface it with that. Like, I refused to lose to Mowgli because I was like, everyone is here right now. Everyone is watching. I have the chance to, like, be that girl who, like, beats. I was, like, I was like the underdog that was about to beat freaking like LeBron James. Like, think of it that way, you know? And I was like, man, I have to win. I have to. I absolutely have to. And so I would have done anything to win. That included literally the ball was like coming towards me, but it was really far away. It was like on the other side of the court. And I was like, no. I was like, I need this. Like, I need this satisfaction of winning. And so I skidded to get it. And I hit it in the process of ripping my jeans and skinning my knee. But my efforts were not worthy because he ended up getting it on the other side of the court and I couldn't get up in time to hit it. And everyone was watching and it was like a really intense moment. This lipstick smells so good. The Kylie lipsticks. Like, it smells like some sort of like cinnamony dessert. But yeah, that is all the like embarrassing elementary school stories. Maybe I'll combine the middle school and high school ones and make another video. Thank you so much for watching. If I know you in real life, which I'm sure I do, I appreciate you guys. Even if I am very embarrassed and super awkward when you confront me about it, I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Oh my god, should I say the like, comment, and subscribe? That is so gross. Ew. No, I'm not gonna say that. Go pee when you need to, please. And keep YouTube weird. Bye!